Good afternoon, my metal brothers and sisters. I'm back after I said I don't have many topics. I keep forgetting that I did buy some albums last weekend, which is one new one, two old ones. New one is the new Sabaton album, which I'm gonna review in a few minutes or a few seconds. Another one was Disturbed, Sickness, classic, and one of Alluvity. Um, well, the fact that bought them is that I need to get my old CDs back together, but enough about that. I'm gonna go back to what it is. I'm gonna review this album, The Last Stand by Sabaton. Yeah, it's a good album, yet it is very, very short, in my opinion. It's only 45 minutes, which I hate. But that doesn't take away that the album is very good. It's better than Heroes, the album before this one. So I'm really happy that they brought a nice album out. Just could be a little bit longer. I have the limited edition, as you can see. It has an extra DVD. Let's see if you can see it. An extra DVD. DVD, look there. An extra DVD. And that's so cool. I haven't watched it yet, but it's a big ass track list. Just look if you can see it. It's an 88-minute long concert on the DVD, and I will probably watch it because every concert that I've seen by them is just a joy to see. But to get on with the review, before I actually get on with the review, for the people who doesn't know Sabaton, they always have lyrics about war and history, and this one's no different. This has old battles that you probably know of and some battles that you don't know about. So it's worth a shot to listen, or to anything else. You should listen to older albums because they're very good. I used to be a person that was like, who are these little snot rags? And how did they dare to take the place of a headliner when there were two other bands that are awesome? But I understand it, as I saw them live and they caught me too, and that's why I love this band now too, and I will try to get to see them every opportunity that I can. So, The Last Stand, their new album. This album is short, as I said, but it doesn't take away from everything else, that it's just brilliant. Um, yeah, it starts off with the song Sparta. Very short song. But it is about, of course, the 300 warriors of King Leonidas. And yeah, it's just how they rather lose their freedom than to be slaved to the Persians. And yeah, you know the story, so I will not go into it. The next song is called My Last Dying Breath. I could tell you what's written here, but I think you should still get the album. The song itself is very awesome. It's a very good thing, and it should be for me an opener of the album, but it isn't. It's Sparta, sadly, for me. I know a lot of people probably love that song Sparta, but it's not for me. It is a good song, but not for opening. But this song is just will be a perfect opening. Then we have The Blood of Bannockburn. Bannockburn, by the way. I keep saying it wrong, and I was trying to get it right every time, but still make the mistake. Bannockburn. This is about the Scottish Revolution. Back then with William Wallace, and to get the freedom of Scotland back. It is a happy song. First time that I heard it, it reminded me of Freedom Call, which was just so cheerful. It was like, what? Wait, what? Why is this? I'm listening to Sabaton, not Freedom Call. I love Freedom Call. Not to tell you anything bad about that, but I love Freedom Call. But this song just could really be a Freedom Call song. But it's so cheerful, so happy. Though the lyrics aren't really cheerful, but they have a thing of doing the bad lyrics and making them cheerful. So that is The Blood of Bannockburn. I still can't say it, but hey, Who cares? I don't. Maybe some of you do, but I don't. Diary of an Unknown Soldier is the intro song to the Lost Battalion. It talks about the United States 77th Division during the Battle of Akron. Argonne, the Argonne, and it's in Vietnam. In this little story, he remembers every sound as in was made by the devil, and yeah, it's a symphony by the devil, but it's an epic intro to an epic song. It's going the Lost Battalion is going to be the new anthem. They said I very much highly doubt it because Primo Victoria is their biggest hymn, but it's a very good song and I really enjoy listening to it. So it might take away, but I will still be singing it and everything. So just let me do my talking about this song. It is happy, but it doesn't have the power that I expect from a hymn. They have a band picture in here, but it's so bad. Joachim's head split in two. Sorry. It's a joke about that. But it is true. Then you have Rorik's Drift. Rorik's Drift, not Rift, but Drift, is, yeah, about the Battle of Rorik's Drift. Who doesn't know it? I think quite a lot of people don't know it. But it will get explained in the story. It's about 3,000 and 4,000 Zulu warriors attacking just over 150 men strong British garrison on the 22nd of January. A little bit information is in here too, so if you want to know more, get the album. But it's a powerful song, and it's just lovely. And it really, for me, it sounds like a band called Mob Rules, another German band that had that keyboard playing intro thing, and it really made me feel like it. And I was like, but I like that band, so I was like, I don't care. You can use those things. You can make it sound like it, and yeah, that's just brilliant. Then you have The Last Stand, the album name song, which always is the biggest and longest song what I've seen of them. And this story is about the Swiss Guard, where 189 brave soldiers during during the sacking of Rome in 1527. So once again, like you see, it's like mostly they have the songs about Roman wars, and around that time they have the newer time, like World War II, newer time. In comparison to that, it's a newer time, but they also do some way back when people forgot those tales, forgot those stories, and they just put them back to music, and that's just one of them, because yeah, who knew about all these things? I remember it vaguely from my history lessons and the history that I tried to do outside of school, but it's different. It's different to read it again, and I'm like, okay, so that's how it went. I had it differently in my head. Then you have Hill 32, 34. Yes, I'm reading the booklets as I haven't read through the booklet yet, so bear with me. It's still a review, because the fact that they have the text and explanation about songs in it makes it that more accessible for people that don't really like history but still want to know what the song is about. So I'm just giving a little bit of a history thing, and so you know a little bit about every song that they play. But this is about the Soviet and Afghani war, and it was 39 brave Soviet airborne soldiers landed on a hilltop to secure the safe passage for the convoy passing the road below. So it was like a very overwhelming thing that you only had like 39 people, and you had over 200 people rushing it. No, 250 people rushing it, and only 9 soldiers of them, only 6 soldiers of them were actually hurt of the Soviet Union. So that was very strong, very strict, very um, yeah, heroic, if you may say. Nowadays it's like, oh, we got a casualty, run away, run away, run away. But back then you just fought with everything you had, and I really adore that when I see this. Now we're gonna go back, way back when. We're gonna go back to when the time of the samurais, and it's Seroyama is the song. Seroyama. Let's see if I said it correctly. Can you see it? Seroyama. There. And it was it's about Bushido. You might have heard that word somewhere before, like on the Hammerfall song of Bushido, or some other bands that use it. And it's the last stand that one of the last stand that they made of the warrior empire that rebelled against the coming of the new age with guns and stuff like that. There were only 40 samurais left, and they drew their sword and plunged downhill towards the enemies and mowed them down. That was the last stand of the samurai towards the modern age of people. Then we have the winged hussars. You know the hussars, not the salad, but the people, were a warrior race. They loved to fight, and that's what they did. They did their best to do everything and fight. This song, I really like all the songs on this album. There's not a song that I actually don't like, but some songs have like a special hitting your face. This is about the siege of Vienna in 1683. And if you really want to read it, I will put it to the screen. Here you go. You can pause it if you want, because I'm not going to keep it there too long for you to read. So, but yeah, as I've seen that Sabaton in all those years hasn't really changed their style in music, and I'm so happy about that, because how they did their first songs and how they did their first album is awesome. It's brilliant. And I can only say that the only downside, and I've said it before, is that the album is short. The second short album they brought out in a couple of years' time. They should bring out more longer albums, but they promised us an album and we got the album, so I can't really say anything bad about them. And then I'm going to go for the last song on the normal album, because I have the limited edition, which has 2 additional songs. This is the last battle. This is the last battle in Austria. The Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht. We know about the Wehrmacht. And these were joined forces, and the US Army joined forces and fought together to get the SS to save the lives of pioneers being held in the castle of Itter. So this is about the Second World War. Yeah, because it's in May 1945. That's the Second World War. The last part of it. So we all know about the Second World War and how bloody it was, but sometimes you don't know about the heroic stuff that happened there, and that not everything was bad. And yeah, you should just read into it. I could show you a little bit. I will do it too. You just have to pause it yourself. It's over there on the top. See? And that was the normal standardized album. As you can see, I have the limited edition album, so I have 2 extra bonus songs, which I'm happy, or else the album would be way shorter. This song is Camouflage, which is actually the chorus is just like whoa camouflage, but he has such a specific kind of accent to sing it, so it's not really something that I could do, but it's a very nice song that I really enjoy. And then we have All Guns Blazing. For me, the second vocals on that song, yes, it has two vocalists, sounds like Rolf Shippers from Primal Fear X Gamma Ray, but I don't know if it's him or if it's one of the band. For me, I will just say it's him, but I think it is the band's guitarist, but I can't find it anywhere. So if you know about this a little bit better than I do, please tell me so I know and I can change something. And yeah, this is a very, very, very like raw song, and you have that like high pitched vocals, which of that second vocalist, and then the heavier, lower vocals of Joachim. It's just nice. It's just epic. I love it. So this is then my review of this album. Not a full real review, but it's more talking about it and saying what I think about it and talking a little bit about the songs. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you actually want to buy the album, because if you don't, you haven't listened well enough. You should listen to it or look it up first on YouTube. But if you do like it, buy the albums or get them on Amazon or get them on iTunes. Just support the band and buy everything that you can from them, because if you buy the albums and you buy the stuff, they can go back to the studio and make new music, because that's how it goes. So support the bands that you like and buy this album, and I will say to you guys and girls, see you later. Stay awesome. Stole that from Pewds. Stay awesome and enjoy your life and stay heavy.